Hey, this is Randy at Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to talk about the actual cost for $5,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 57-year-old male. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com, and we have these quoters on just about every page. You just select the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Select the coverage amount, put your birthday, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now, and it'll take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies with all the lowest pricing that you may actually qualify for. And what's nice about this is it doesn't have any of that gimmicky stuff that you see on TV where they promise you a super low rate, and then you actually talk with them and it's like a ridiculous rate. So you'll be a really smart and well-educated consumer after taking a look at the same quoter that we use. You can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. One of our agents can run everything for you and help you understand what you qualify for. Now, the first thing you need to understand as a 57-year-old male looking for $5,000 is that going to cover your specific needs? And that would typically be either a cremation or a burial. Now, if you're going to get cremated, the average cost of cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have some sort of a ceremony, then that would be probably between $3,500 to $4,500 for that cremation and ceremony. Now, if you're looking at a $5,000 policy, that would probably get things done at the moment. But, you're 57, you might want to make it to 67 or 77. So what we would typically recommend for somebody just looking to come home in a cardboard box or an urn after being cremated, probably around a $5,000 to $7,000 policy. That will actually kind of give you a little bit more insurance than you need right now. And God forbid something happens sooner, there's a little few extra dollars in there to maybe pay for some other final expenses, medical bills or something like that. But by the same token, if you live many, many years, it's going to inflation-proof that plan for many years to come. And for that cremation and ceremony, probably somewhere between $7,000 to $10,000. Now, sometimes people will say, hey, I want to get $25,000, $30,000 and leave some money for my kids or family. Typically, we would say, don't do that, especially just because most of the people we work with are on a fixed or a limited income. And we really want to help people just maintain, a healthy balance between their income and their insurance. So also keep in mind that if you need to start with a smaller amount, you can always add more coverage later. So we just recommend you be cautious. Don't max things out. If you have the financial wherewithal to get more coverage, yeah, we can certainly help you out with that. But we just really want to be respectful of your income and your budget and kind of everything going on there. Now, if you're going to get buried, you're probably going to need right around $10,000. That's the average cost of a burial right now in the United States. So if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with a $10,000 check, they'll get it done. It's not going to be anything fancy or anything like that, but they should get it done. It's hard to imagine they would turn you away and let that check walk down the street to one of their competitors. But just understand, if you're 57 right now and you're going to make it hopefully to 67, 77, $10,000 will cover things right now, but not necessarily in the future due to inflation. So a lot of times, depending on people's budgets, they'd be looking at anywhere between $10,000, $15,000, maybe even $20,000. But again, keep in mind, you can go with the smaller amount right now if your budget's a little bit stretched or just a little bit tight and you want to get this insurance, and we can always help you add more coverage later. Now, one thing we always encourage is getting first day coverage or benefits, and that's the only thing we help people with here at Funeral Funds of America. And we definitely do not recommend the 2-year waiting period plans. We don't like those at all. We don't recommend those. And we'll go over that in just a little bit here. But, people like the first day coverage. What that means is that if your policy was approved today and you died tomorrow and you'd only made one payment and lived one day, the insurance company would pay that $5,000 or whatever it is, whatever your insurance plan is. So people really like that, but sometimes people will say, well, I like that first day coverage, but I know they ask health questions and I'm just not in the best of health. To which we say, hey, health problems, that's our problem, not your problem. That's why we work with so many different insurance companies to make sure that we can help people out. They all ask different health questions. They all have different underwriting requirements. And really right about 90, 95% of the time, we're getting the folks we help first day coverage or benefits. So it's really important to look at it that way. Now, the only reason somebody wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if they had some really significant health or medical issues, like maybe they have a terminal illness and they're not supposed to live more than 12 months, or they have dementia, or they're on dialysis, or in a hospital, or in a nursing home. If that were the case, we'd probably refer you out to a different insurance company. Something else that always seems to happen, seems like it happens every week, is we get somebody who will approach us and they'll call us or whatever it is, and they'll say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week, and they didn't have insurance, and we don't have any money, and now their body's down at the funeral home, and the funeral director's not going to do anything till he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this policy really quick so we can get the claim paid, get a check in our hand, and get it to the funeral home and get our loved one buried. We have to let them know that there's no insurance company in the United States that's going to issue a policy on somebody that's already dead. And these policies do not work that way. You've got to actually be alive to qualify for one. And it's just really sad that somebody knew they were going to die someday, thought they were going to get this insurance someday, and then someday showed up and they died early. And now their family has to pay these bills, and they're struggling financially and kind of struggling emotionally, knowing that somebody who said they cared about them their whole life didn't take care of this and dumped this financial burden on them and emotional burden. And, you just don't want your legacy to be that. You don't want every time your name comes up, everybody goes, oh yeah, he really put us in a difficult situation, and can't hardly forgive him that because we're still paying on it. Whatever that would be, just don't be that person. This insurance is affordable. Don't be that person. Just give us a call. We'll get you the best pricing and make this affordable for you. Now, one thing we don't recommend is 2-year waiting period plans. Oh, yeah, we don't like those at all. Now, Colonial Penn's one of kind of, I guess, probably the better known, just because they advertise a lot. It seems like they've got a TV commercial on for that $9.95 plan. Seems like every 7 minutes on the TV, something like that. But yeah, so there's other companies out there that offer 2-year waiting periods too, like Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha stuff, AIG, Gerber. And there's a load of other companies that's all they sell is 2-year waiting period plans. And some of these companies have done a pretty terrific job at convincing people over age 50 that the only thing they'll qualify for is a 2-year waiting period plan, to which we go, don't be a sucker. Do not fall for that false information, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Now, what you might find is a 57-year-old male who's seen that Colonial Penn $9.95 commercial, and they may be thinking, oh man, at age 57, I'm going to get a lot of insurance for $9.95, probably like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000. And then they talk with a Colonial Penn agent or look it up on their website like we've done, and they find out that for $9.95, they only get $1,313 for one unit. And that's not even probably enough for a cremation these days. But it doesn't matter because it's got a 2-year waiting period anyway, and they're not going to pay out for a full 2 years if there's any death that's a result of a health or medical issue. So, you got to watch these companies out there that advertise these rates that seem too good to be true, because they're too good to be true. But let's take a look here. Let's take a look at what $5,000 would be. Now, for a 57-year-old male, you can't get $5,000 on the nose for Colonial Penn. They've got this per unit pricing. You end up with this kind of wackadoodle numbers like $1,313. So we're going to have to play with the numbers. Let's try, 3 units. No, that's around 4,000. Oh, yeah, it's not looking good here. There we go. The closest we can get is 4 units for $5,252. And that's going to be right around $40. I mean, I don't know. That may seem like a good deal to you. Let's go see if we can save you any money with first day coverage. I know we can. Let's find out here. $5,000 for a male, age 57. Going to click get quote now. And again, this is roughly $5,000 for $40. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, we can save you money. This is $19.23. Compare, and this is first day coverage. That's what the level means. Level means first day coverage. Great company, Trinity Life. We work with them. We can get same day approvals with them, and their underwriting is really flexible. So they're terrific. Let's take a look though. Again, this is $19 versus $39. So the Colonial Penn is right at over 200% higher than first day coverage, and they'll force you to have a 2-year waiting period. And you'll get an overpay on this policy for the rest of your life. So let's think about it. It's about $20 more expensive than first day coverage. So that's $240 a year extra you're paying. After 10 years at age 67, you would have paid an extra roughly $2,400 for a policy that's got roughly the same amount of money. Why would you overpay? Why would you risk a 2-year waiting period? I don't know. Some people don't understand, I guess. Let's take a look. You'll be able to see all these different insurance companies. Let's try to find some other one here, maybe. Here we go, Lincoln Heritage. Now, they're a fine company, I guess. Their pricing's higher. It is first day coverage. But yeah, I mean, their pricing's higher. So Lincoln Heritage has a thing where when you pass away, they'll call 2-3 different funeral homes, try to get a little bit better pricing, stuff like that. Maybe do a couple of things, but they don't do that for free. They charge for it. It costs extra money. Again, it's about $29. Let's go back here. 19. Yeah. So $8 times 12 months is $96. So that's about $8 more a month. That would be $96 more a year. After 10 years, that would be $960 more. And, so for a company to make 2 or 3 phone calls and maybe do a couple of things, it might take an hour or so and charge like almost $1,000 more. And you might go, oh, that might be worth it. I don't want my family to kind of have to do that stuff. But that's 20% of the face amount, 20% of a $5,000 policy. Why would you overpay? Why wouldn't you just get more insurance and give your family more money? Rather, I don't know. Interesting. So what we do at Funeral Funds of America is we provide a free funeral and estate planning guide. You just download it off our website, print it out, fill it out, write down who gets what goes where, and then what you want done after you're passed away. Then place it with your insurance policy, and then when you pass away, your family just has to open that up. They know everything to do, and all they have to do is execute your wishes. And you've not only provided the money with the insurance, but you've provided the direction with the estate planning guide. So what a wonderful gift to leave behind, the gift of not worrying, that they can just follow your wishes. And even though you're not here, they know that you're still looking out after them and had laid out everything in advance for them. What a wonderful way to show your loved ones that you actually love them. So yeah, do that. That's terrific. So again, you can go to our website. We've got these quarters on just about every page. We've got a special quarter for everyone who's on YouTube watching us, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. You can get the most discounts and best pricing there. You can call us at 888-862-9456, and one of our agents can help you out. But, if you've got an existing policy and you just want to price check it to make sure you got the best deal, we can help out with that. If you want to add coverage to your existing policy, we can help you out with that. And if you're looking for a brand new policy, we can help you out with that. And if you just have some questions or want some help or want, just some assistance understanding what program might be best for you, we can help you out with that. And we look forward to talking with you someday, helping you out with this. Until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.